Have you seen Candace Owen is getting sued by the French leader's wife and the Prime Minister for insisting that she was born a man, his wife?
That's not a woman. That's a man, baby.
That's basically what she's saying. She does dress a lot like an Austin Powers character. Like, if you really think about it, is she wearing a wig, that woman? Or is her hair actually like that?
Hey, the Austin Powers one? Or?
No, the bloke who's pretending to be Macron's wife.
Oh. Yeah,
you know, that fella.
It is very unfortunate.
I think it's how funny to have such an ugly wife that some conservative, like the most famous conservative commentator in the world is like, that's a bloke. 100%, that's a bloke.
Sorry, this is off topic, but how am I going to get this to stay up?
What do you mean? Are you talking about the mic or?
Yeah, the microphone stand keeps falling.
I was making a joke about erectile dysfunction.
Yes. Yeah, I got that. That is so funny. She had it coming to it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, but also what gets me right is that what I was saying was, if you wanted Macron to look like a crazy leftist, all you had to do was be like, his wife was a pedophile. Like, it doesn't have to get any crazier than reality. Like, reality's already pretty fucked up.
What? His wife was a pedophile?
They met when she was his teacher and he was 15.
What?
You didn't know this?
No.
That's the real story. You didn't know that?
No.
So this bloke was a teacher pretending to be a woman and then tricked this 15-year-old boy into this long-term relationship with a secret trans woman. They got married and then was like, check out my cock.
That's crazy.
The trans bit is, I don't think that's true, but they literally, she was his teacher.
That is actually unreal.
Yeah.
How old was she when she was a teacher?
I don't know.
That has got to be the craziest gamble of your life as well, though.
What do you mean?
To start dating a teenager and then they become the president.
True. Maybe she knows a star student when she sees one.
Yeah.
You know, this kid's going to be something. I got to get in early on this.
That's wild. Well, good for her. Do you need the Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah, I do, because I need to look at. But another thing that gets me right is obviously this woman. What's her name? What's his name?
Matthew, I thought.
What's this bloke's name? Probably, well, knowing that it's France, the guy's probably called Muhammad.
All right.
Well, because it's the joke there being there's been a lot of Muslim immigration to France. No, all good.
Muslim kind of sounds like Goslim.
That was a good one, man. Really earning your keep here. What am I looking up? French? Is it president or prime minister? It's prime minister. Yeah,
he's a president.
Macron. Brigitte Macron is the it's the president. Okay, this is Wikipedia. This is a great first paragraph. Brigitte Marie Claude Macron is a French former teacher and wife of Emmanuel Macron, the incumbent president of France. I just think, I mean, look at her. That's just an ugly woman.
It is. It does look like a wig as well.
That's definitely a wig. So that's her problem. She's wearing a wig and she's ugly. You can only do one of those two things.
Face filler.
Heaps of face filler.
Preceded by. What does that mean?
What do you mean preceded by?
It says preceded by so-and-so. Like,
he's the president preceded by Valerie Trier-Weyler.
No, that reads like preceded by spouse of. Oh, okay, unrelated. All good.
Brigitte Macron was born Brigitte Marie Claude. Yeah, allegedly.
Brendan
Wikipedia.
McCree.
Yeah, more like Brendan. She is the youngest of 6 children, and she was raised in a Catholic household. She attended the private Catholic school. Maybe the circumcision went wrong, and they were like, "Oh no, we took a little bit too much off the top here. Maybe I could turn this thing into a pussy." And that's how we got here.
Yeah,
and now, okay, personal life. She married a banker in 1974.
How old is Macron?
Okay, this is awesome. All right. Bridget married banker Andre Louis Ozier, with whom she had 3 children.
Oh, no.
They resided in this place when I can't say these French names. In 1993, at the age of 39, while still married, she met the 15-year-old Emmanuel Macron, where she was a teacher and he was a student and a classmate of her daughter.
What?
Whoa, that's hectic. Dude, do you reckon that that her daughter was into him as well? I bet there's a little bit of mum wants to be hot. Because that does go on with some parents, some mothers of daughters. They compete with them, or they get jealous of their daughter's youth and becoming beautiful in their youth, and they compete with them.
I just thought of that reminded me of something that I have experienced once. Not me personally. Can I tell a story?
1 second, let me just finish this. She was a teacher and a student of a classmate. She met the kid in 1993 and they started a relationship then, but she didn't divorce her husband until 2006 and then married Macron 2007. Oh my. So she was fucking this 15-year-old boy all through her teaching career and her marriage, who was maybe her kid's friend, and then divorced dad for your friend.
How is this not spoken about more?
That's what I mean. Because she's making all of this noise about this woman being like some secret transgender person when you could just go, your wife's a predator. The truth is often all you need. That's the problem with all the right-wing people, is they hear the truth and that would be enough, but then they make up all this bullshit and then they sound insane.
The truth is enough in this case. That's wild. I've never heard that. And I thought I kept up with politics.
Well, this is why we do the show, because it's a well-informed political show. Spearhead Sundays here. You know what I think is crazy? So now Bridget Macron, or Bruce, or whatever his name
Brendan.
is. So Brucey Boy is now suing Candace Owens. How does that court case work? Because I'm Bridget's lawyer, right? Here's how I would plan the case. All right, Bridget, we go in day 1. You flash your pussy to the jury, and then how does defense come back from that? Your Honor, her pussy looks weird.
True.
I want a closer inspection. That looks like an inside-out penis. Objection. The vagina looks strange. How do you actually prove that you're a male?
Well, that's
in court. You're a woman rather.
I think you would just have to have many vaginal inspections, vaginal canal inspections.
So that's your idea. Is if you were prosecution, you'd be like, Your Honor, I need to have sex with him to prove that he's a bloke.
Maybe put an anal stimulator up her ass, and if it feels good, that is evidence that she's a man.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. That's one.
So, or like finger her butthole, and if white stuff comes out of her pussy, she's a man, baby.
Yeah, that's really good. And this is why this is such a highbrow political podcast. Because does she have to because surely the burden of proof is kind of on Candace, but Bridget is the one suing for defamation.
So Candace Owens just has to prove beyond reason. No, beyond reasonable. Oh God, this is good. This is always Spearhead Sunday's law. I remember taking law in year 11.
Mm-hmm.
Someone, I think it's the prosecution has to prove beyond reasonable doubt that she has a pussy and was born with one, and Candace Owens actually doesn't have to do anything in this case. Isn't that how that works? Because it's like a bit of a...
It is like, I guess because she's suing or he's suing, he has to be like, nah.
Be respectful, I'm just joking.
I struggle to be respectful to a pedophile. I just think like it's such an embarrassing case because you're kind of arguing in court, like, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm not a trans man. I'm a pedophile and I'm very ugly. Also, here's my strange vagine. That's not good.
And after 3 kids,
but Candace, she's gone. So they've said we're suing you, and Candace is like, bring it on. I know you're a man. So she's doubling down. She's gonna lose a lot of money. I think Candace Owens is fucked.
Didn't Candace Owens get banned from coming to Australia?
Yes, she did.
What was that for?
I don't know. I think
something classy, I'm sure.
It could be. Honestly, it could be like criticism of Israel at this point. I'm not sure why she was banned. She probably did something awesome.
Let me have a look. Candace Owens.
I'm going to ask my lawyer a question.
Banned from Australia.
Hey, so Bridget Macron is suing Candace Owens for because she keeps saying that Bridget's actually a man. How would she win the defamation case? Would she have to show the jury her pussy?
Defamation cases usually revolve around proving that a statement was false and that it caused harm to someone's reputation. So it wouldn't be necessary for her to prove something in that way. It would be more about showing that the statements made were harmful and untrue.
But how do you prove that you were born a woman? How would you prove that? A DNA test?
In a legal case, it would typically be more about providing official documentation like birth certificates or medical records, rather than something like a DNA.
Right. So it seems like it's an open and shut case for Bridget. You just go, here's my birth certificate. You give me $1 million. Although, okay, I want to join Candace Owens' counsel as her defense lawyer because I've just figured out the perfect defense. Because, okay, so to win a defamation case, you got to prove 2 things. 1, that you were lying and you did so maliciously. 2, you got to prove damages, that it hurt their reputation, cost them money. I would join Candace Owens' defense as a woke lawyer. And I would say, Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there can't possibly be any damages in this case because there is nothing wrong with being trans. So if Bridget, this bigot, wants to try and say that she lost money and it harmed her reputation because I said she was trans, I would ask her, what do you think is wrong with being trans? You think there's something wrong with being born a male? And also, furthermore, I actually think that, yes, I agree with you. You are a woman. A trans woman is a woman. I mean, am I wrong? We're all in agreement here that a trans woman is exactly the same as a genetically born woman, and there's nothing wrong with being trans or born whatever gender you were born with. So there can't possibly be any damages unless the liberal wife of the left-wing French party wants to tell me that they think there's something wrong with being trans. Is that what you think, Bridget?
I think that's solid.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think you should, maybe we could call up Candace Owens and get you on the defense.
I think that's good. But man, it would be funny to see her lose like $10 billion.
Candace Owens denied that Nazis did medical experiments. That is why she got banned.
Again, like that's one of if you want to go accounting on the numbers, I mean, but they definitely did experiments.
Yeah.
Joseph Mengele was like, what if I did this?
I watched a video the other night about the Nuremberg trials, and there was one doctor, like the guy who orchestrated everything.
Yeah.
Who was like, he was so insane that even Hitler was like, dude, chill.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome to find out about.
Yeah. There was some wild boys in that clique. But thankfully a lot of them were really good at rocket science, so we were able to make use of them.
That is good.
That's
good.
See, where Mengele fucked up is that America didn't have an official Jewish science program. They just had a rocket science program, not a let's see what happens if I tape this arm to this twin program.
I'm just going to have some of my coffee. Tell everyone what you said before about how you make coffee.
So Keelan's got a coffee machine, and so do I. I grind the beans.
Yep.
And then
how do you want it? Warm or cold?
Well, I obviously want it warm.
Okay, so you steam the milk, I'm sure.
No, I used to steam the milk. You pour the milk in the metal cup, and you get the frother, and you and then you got to fucking pour it in, and there's always a little bit too much or just not enough milk, and then you got to clean the fucking thing, and then you got to put chocky on top of the thing, and then you spent 20 minutes fucking around with milk. What I do is I get the coffee and I press the button and it goes, and then I've got my coffee shot. I just pour milk straight in from the bottle and chuck it in the microwave.
The microwave is crazy.
And you know what? I've given that to you dozens of times and you've gone, yummy, this is really good. Where did you get these beans from? From the microwave. That's where I got them from.
But I always thought that you must have just like had it sitting out for a while before you gave it to me.
No, that would be disrespectful. Instead, I whacked it in the microwave. You didn't even notice, so you can't tell me that I'm crazy because you had no idea.
Yeah, that's probably fair. But also, it's crazy that you'd microwave it. We made a whole video about that once. People microwaving stuff instead of using the kettle.
No, the water gets boiled up, but I wouldn't put milk in my kettle. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should get a milk kettle.
I think maybe you should just invest in one of those like $20 milk frother. I can't even say it. Frother.
Frothers.
Yes.
Frothers.
I can't say it. Yeah.
Fluffers.
And in it, we'll just do
Gee, I wouldn't mind a $20 fluffer. Hey guys, there's a merchandise ad. Hey guys, there's brand new merchandise that's coming to celebrate episode 400 of the Spearhead Sundays podcast. It's really good. It's only available until August 31, and then we're closing the orders. So if you miss out, they're gone. Also, please enjoy this clip from the Patreon podcast, which comes out every single week in addition to the Spearhead Sundays podcast. And enjoy that.
We did just record 2 hours of bonus podcast.
Yeah.
We're not sure if it's going to come out all at once or over the next 2 weeks.
But it will come out, and it's quite funny, and it supports the show, and so you should do it.
It will come.
Nice. Have you seen the Sydney Sweeney drama?
I have.
I think it's fascinating that here's the thing with the Sydney Sweeney stuff. She did an ad for what is it? American Eagle jeans. And in the ad, she's just wearing she's just looking hot wearing a full denim outfit. And she just goes on and on about how jeans determine hair color and eye color. And then it finishes on her face.
And it shows her cleavage.
Yeah, shows her huge natural rack.
And her asshole. So just her ass.
I don't think so. And then she says something along the lines of, I have great jeans.
And she does.
And I saw that, and I thought, that's a good ad because she's advertising jeans, like denim, and jeans like what you look like. That's a double entendre. That's a nice pun, a classic staple of marketing. And then I go online, and everyone is saying that it's a dog whistle to Nazis because they're trying to make the brand say that they're implying that the good gene she's talking about is about being a member of the Aryan race. And you know why this has happened? It's because it's been so long since brands have put a hot person who is sexy in an ad and used that to sell something, that as soon as we don't see someone in an ad who's like an amputee hijabi with Down syndrome, we go, this must be a secret message to white supremacists. That's how long it's been since someone hot has been in an ad and just gone, I'm sexy. You would look sexy in these jeans. Like that's what marketing is just like, you like tits, you might also like tissues. But we haven't done that for so long that people are like, nah, this has to be like, why can't we just go back to the old classic of like, oh, Why aren't they putting someone fat in this advertisement for jeans? You know, why don't we go back to that? Why does it have to be this is secretly a Nazi thing? But now they've a second ad has hit the tower. The second ad has hit the towers. Was it Dunkin' Donuts, Mitch, that did the second ad? I think it was Dunkin' Donuts did an ad that came out like only a couple weeks after the Sydney Sweeney one. And it was this good-looking guy from a very popular streaming TV series on Netflix or whatever. And he is talking about jeans as well, talking about his tan and this and that, and he's advertising some summer drink.
Okay.
And what's fascinating about that is it's the same ad agency that made both ads. So they came up with the same idea.
So it is a conspiracy theory.
And they put a hot woman in one and a hot man in another.
Yeah.
And then just put it out.
Sabrina Carpenter? They did a dude one as well.
Oh.
I think it's interesting. I think the outrage it feels very forced outrage.
Oh, yeah. The outrage is definitely like we don't have to look for secret racism anymore. You know, we're at a point where if you want to do blackface and advocate for genocide of an entire race, you can just do that openly and kind of nothing will happen. Some people will get angry, but you'll get a lot of fans on Twitter and even a GoFundMe. I don't think the age of dog whistling is over because you don't need to dog whistle anymore. You can just go, hello, I'm a racist. Who agrees? And a lot of people will.
Yeah. I saw a lot of takes that were like, this is pedophilic, misogynistic, like every istic that they could find.
Pedophilic.
Yeah.
I've never seen a 9-year-old with a front porch like Sydney Sweeney.
That's what I thought because they didn't have her in a lot of makeup, so she looked more natural. She looked younger. They're trying to make it say that it's pedophilic.
How old is she?
She looks like a mid-20s woman.
Isn't she like 20? She's got to be 25.
She's older than me, yeah. She's probably almost 30.
Oh, well, she's almost washed then.
Well, maybe.
I mean, I just think it's so funny that that's how long it's been since hot people have been commonly used in advertising. Because, I walked into a Kmart and in Australia, and they had their model for their T-shirt was a brown person with vitiligo. They love using that.
Is that the skin condition?
Yeah,
I got a skin condition.
That's the most common condition that you see in advertising is vitiligo. I feel like if you've got vitiligo, you can have a great career in modeling because mid-30s women in HR will kind of look at you with sympathy for some reason and be like, ooh, two races in one casting. This is diverse.
Yeah,
and technically maybe a disability, not really.
What do you think about what do you think about these ads that are Americans and they lip sync for different regions?
Oh yeah, we were looking at this on your ad-supported Amazon Prime. Where
don't make me sound poor. I didn't even know I had Amazon Prime.
Like finding $2 under the couch. I've got ad-supported Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
What is that? That's like the $4 a month or something. I don't know.
I pay for Prime.
Man, I wouldn't know. I've got full Prime.
But they have these ads, and I've seen it when I watch the footy as well, where there'll be clearly two American people, the most American looking guys ever, doing something in the ad, and they lip sync it with an Australian accent.
I don't like that at all, doing the ADR. But it did make me think that how many countries do they do that for?
Every English-speaking country.
But the guys in the ads are white, right? So do you reckon they have one playing in India and it's a white guy going, oh, what shall we get for dinner tonight? KFC. Do you reckon they do that? And it's like a guy that looks like me, but they're doing one in China. What should we get for dinner tonight? I've lost my Chinese accent. I was doing it really well yesterday, but that was not good. I'm sorry. I would love to be a gun at accents. It's something I've never been able to do. I can't do impressions. That's not true. I can do really, really good impressions of people that are so not famous that.
Do you feel Dog's impression?
Hey guys, welcome to the Banana Run Snoozy. With
the lips is great.
Hey Keelan, you're a wanker.
Just to finish the Sydney Sweeney thing, they released a few different versions of the ad.
Oh, did they?
They did.
I only saw the one where she stands up in front of a rally and does the Hitler salute, and then the swastika falls down beside her.
Yeah,
and then she draws a mustache on herself. I've only seen that one that people keep complaining about for some reason. It's some kind of dog whistle. I don't see it, but
I haven't seen that one. But there's a couple where it's like she's standing in front of a mirror and she's looking at her ass and that sort of thing. And just to finish it up, I think it's a very far reach, bit of mental gymnastics going on to be upset about this.
Oh yeah, I think what these people are really upset is that the era of fat chicks in ads is over. I think that's not happening anymore, and people want to see some hotties in ads, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm hot dudes as well. All right, can we please put beautiful people in advertisements again? Okay, the last thing that I want to see when I'm on a train going to a job that I don't like is someone with less limbs than me. All right, I want to see someone with a nice rack going by these jeans because I can't afford the jeans. So I would at the very least like to see someone hot in them in the ads.
That's right. It's changing. The trends are changing now. Like all the shavers are hot people again. So you're only getting hotties, female razors, like girl razors. It's only hot athletic girls. Male razors, it's only ripped hot dudes.
The military ads, all white people.
Sexy.
Not sexy, just like all white men in the military ads. Like, you know, something is cooking in the Middle East when there's no women in the ads.
Anyway, can I tell this story about this mum?
I'll allow it.
Horny.
Huh? Horny?
Just like,
horny mums.
As I mention every time we do a podcast, lived in America for 12 months. I lived with a few different families. One of them I lived with. What?
I just think that there would be a lot of horny freaks getting exchange kids.
No, this is not about me at all.
Oh, okay. Boring.
Totally unrelated to me.
Right. Have I laughed at something that's just going to be about someone getting molested?
No.
That's good.
It's crazy. So I don't want to give too much information away about these people, but they were an older couple with a daughter. Daughter was my age. And they were worried about me coming to their house because they thought I'd try something with a daughter.
So they looked at you and they were like, "Oh, he's on her level. We better keep them away from each other."
Anyway,
because there's no way either of these two could ever find anyone else. That's what they meant by doing that.
Father love him to bits. Nah, not true. But he was all right. The mum was a real cow. And
really, an actual cow.
Moo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so this daughter, let's call her Sarah, started dating this guy.
Yeah.
Let's call him
Mitch.
Mitch was like average looking. Sarah is like a 3. They're dating and
a 3 is really low.
Spending a lot of time together.
That's as ugly. A 3 is as ugly as you can get before you start getting disabled and deformed.
And Mitch didn't have a mum, so only had a dad. And the dad was always at this house. This is when I was living with them. The dad, Mitch, Sarah, and the mum were always hanging out, right? Then the mum and Mitch's dad started having an affair.
Nice. Awesome.
They started like having sex in the house when the dad wasn't home. Like Sarah's dad wasn't home.
Right.
And then everyone
But the kids were.
The kids knew about this.
So it was like a double date.
We talk about this at school.
That's crazy.
I remember saying
I swear Americans' affairs are like hectic.
I remember saying to Sarah at school one day, I was like, isn't it a bit weird that your mum and so-and-so are spending so much time together? And she's like, yeah, but that's all right. I was like, what about your dad? And she's like, what he doesn't know won't hurt him.
So you're expecting your children to keep a secret about cheating on their mum,
which I think worked in Sarah and Mitch's benefit because that meant they got a lot of alone time together.
Oh, so it was like if you snitch on me cheating on dad, I'll snitch on you having sex at all.
Yes.
Right.
And weird, like very American that like Sarah's sex life was something I did hear about. We were only young. We were only teenagers. Anyway, then I need a name for this guy. Michael finds out. Let's say the dad. Dad finds out.
It's getting confusing. Yeah.
Old man dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then me and a friend are talking to him about this. And he's drunk and he starts going, well, it doesn't matter because her pussy looks like it's stamped on cow patty. He's like, yeah, every time we have sex, I just think about how revolting it is. And it's just describing the smell of it.
Oh, no! It also smells like a cow patty.
And me and my friend.
Dude, some people hate their wives. It's so crazy. I hate this bitch in her disgusting, stinky puss.
And then I moved to a house on the same street with much nicer people. And one day,
hang on, how old are you?
I was 16 at the time.
And this old man is talking about how much he hates his wife's pussy to a child.
He used to tell me about, like, we'd be driving. he'd be like, oh, yeah, back in the day, I used to use these fingers. And he'd like be driving and going like, I used to do that and it would drive them crazy.
That's so
and I was like,
wild.
oh, okay. I have to be nice to you because I live in your house.
Yeah, that's hectic.
Anyway, good.
I do feel like the type of person to have an exchange kid is weird.
We had a few exchange students stay it out. I went through a program.
Are you normal?
Called. I went through an exchange program called Rotary. So most of it's like paid for. It's for people who don't have much money.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of done on a volunteer basis on both sides. So when I got back.
So it's kind of charity for the host family. Well, they get money.
No, the host family are giving charity.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. No, the host family don't get money, but the student gets like equivalent to $50 a week allowance.
Right. Because in my school, this is funny. There was this this girl that just, like they weren't bullied, but they were just raised weird.
Yeah.
So it wasn't possible for people to be friends with them because they were so strange because they were raised so weird.
Yeah.
So it was like the whole year level had an agreement, be nice because she's weird as fuck because her family's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
And that family had an exchange student who was maybe Korean or Chinese. I can't remember. And that student, I think it was Korean or Chinese. And you know what they're like. It takes a lot for like a nice, respectful Korean Chinese kid who doesn't speak English that well to complain about anything.
Oh, no.
But after a couple of months, the kid got moved out of that family and placed with another, like they scrambled. I think they pulled them out and then were like, someone needs to take this kid or they're going back to China or Korea or whatever.
Yeah.
And it will fuck up their whole year. So they moved them out. And then we end up finding out like a month later that like no one in the whole family showered. No one in the family showered. There was no food in the house ever. Like this kid wasn't fed. There were no clothes. They never like took them anywhere because they just didn't ever do anything as a family because they were just like a weird hobbit hermit family. And I think they were, in my school at least, I think the host families got money to have the kids. So they were kind of just trying to stack up as many Korean exchange students as they could for money.
That's so
and then
funny.
we're just like leaving them and ignoring them.
Yeah.
Because, it's like, especially for someone who doesn't speak English very well, it's an opportunity for them to like learn English and engage in like an English speaking culture so they can get better at English. And they just shoved them in the corner for 2 months. And
that's awful.
No one showered.
That is weird.
So weird.
But it's a big part of it's just like every family is totally different.
Every family's weird compared to your family. Yeah.
I lived with 4 families, and one family I asked, I was like, "Oh, I've run out of deodorant. Can we get some?"
Yeah.
And the host mother goes, "Nah, we don't wear deodorant in this house. It's natural."
In this house.
I was like,
you're not allowed to wear deodorant.
I was like, that's disgusting. I'm like a 16-year-old sweaty boy. It's awful. Not going to school with sweaty pits.
Yeah, that's gross. That makes you less friends.
Yeah.
You'd be the weird, stinky Australian kid.
Yeah.
This fucking Aussie kid stinks.
And a lot of like the weirdness that came on my exchange was just like the family's not providing, not intentionally not providing me anything, but just like not providing me with an opportunity to buy new clothes when it became summer. So I'm like going to school in winter clothes because it's all I've got.
Yeah.
And people are like, why are you in jeans? It's 40 degrees. I'm like, oh, I can't control this. Sorry.
I'm not allowed to. And you feel weird because it's not your mum and dad.
Yeah.
Can I go and buy shorts, please?
My mum will send me money. Please let me buy shorts. But exchange students are funny. We had, when I came back to kind of give back, we ended up, I think, hosting 3 exchange students.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was only because she was with us for like 3 nights. She was getting sent back home to some European country because she was caught smoking dope.
Yeah.
And you can't do that on exchange.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
And so she got sent to our house before she got sent home. And she comes into my room one day, like we're hanging out, and she's like, "Look, if you can get me weed, I'll suck your dick." And I was like, "I can't get you weed. You can't suck my dick." And then we had a guy from Switzerland who was awesome.
Yeah.
And then we had a girl from Austria, but in typical like German Austrian fashion, she had no sense of humor. And no ability to understand no ability to understand where someone else is coming from. In Australia, we call...
Dude, there was an Austrian kid who I was really good friends with for like a month who was on exchange.
Yeah.
And we sat next to each other in every class we were in, talked to each other all the time, and got in a month. And he was like Austrian, so he was pretty reserved and short with people and with me as well. But I really liked him. And then one day we're messing around, I'm telling jokes, and I said something along the lines of like, "Oh, we're friends." And he went, "No."
Yeah.
"I'm not your friend."
Yes.
And it fucking really hurt my feelings that I thought this guy who just had a poor English liked me, but he didn't speak English well enough to express that he thought I was really fucking annoying until one day he just said, "We're not friends. Leave me alone."
So funny. That's just what Austrian German people are like.
Yeah.
And this girl, like she got really hung up on the definition of bread/toast, because in Germany toast is bread and bread is something else. And so we'd be having like toast in the morning, and she's like, "That's not toast. That's bread." And my mum used to crack the shit. She'd be like, "Just fucking eat the breakfast."
Wait, she didn't want to have toast?
No,
it wasn't cooked enough?
No, that was the food was fine. It was what we called it was the problem, because technically, according to the Austrians, whatever it was wasn't toast.
Right. Well, I've had enough of authoritarian Austrians.
Yeah.
And I think we all have.
And last thing on this girl, sweet girl, made no friends. We didn't really like her. But my mum at the time, well, of course, was trying to do every weekend we'd do something.
Yes.
So we'd go watch my sister play football, which was supposed to be like a cool thing for this exchange student to see. Like, oh, look, there's a
Like AFL.
AFL.
Yeah.
And like women are playing it. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
She never cared. She sat in the car reading every time, which is just very rude.
Yeah.
And one time it was like a day like this, like it's not super cold, but bring a jacket.
Yeah.
And we're going out and my mum's just like, may as well bring a jacket. She's just like called upstairs. It might be cold. And I won't say her name, but she like called out. She's like, it's not cold enough for a jacket. And my mum was just like, I don't fucking care if you bring a jacket. I was just being nice.
That's a good one, slurring at the exchange kid.
Oh, my mum really didn't like it. Last one. We're driving one day. I was in the front seat. Yeah. No, I might have been driving actually. It might have been on my L's. And exchange student was in the back seat. Mum was passenger seat. Mum had a box of tissues at the front, and the exchange student just kept going. My mum hates that. And then, my mum gets the box of tissues and just throws it out. Blow your nose.
Nice. That's good. Piffing shit at the exchange student because you think she's a bitch, but she's just Austrian.
No, we took good care of her.
I am sorry. It is just mein demeanor.
Oh, she was so...
Ich habe einen stern demeanor.
Anyway, that's all I've got on exchange students. What do you think of Canberra? Yeah, we didn't explain. We're in Canberra. This is my house.
Oh yeah, that explains what you're looking at. We're in Keelan's house.
Hey man,
and you can tell.
Oh
no, it's a nice house. It's good. It's unfortunately it is in Canberra.
Oh, okay. An hour ago, you're going, oh, Canberra's not that bad. Canberra's way better than Melbourne.
Yeah, but that was like while we were doing a roundabout of Parliament House. And I was feeling a bit patriotic. I was like, you know what? This is a cool building.
Yeah.
It's like an underground bunker away from the rest of Australia. Not a single common man would come anywhere near that building. So politicians can make decisions like poor people get less. So that's cool. I like that. And then you what else did you show us? The other monument that's in Canberra?
I took you past the Vietnam monument, and we went past the first settlement of Canberra.
Oops, shouldn't have done that monument.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first settlement.
I took you past a few other things I just didn't point out because I didn't think you'd care.
Yeah.
And then we went to a great cafe called Tilly's.
Yeah.
And then we went to a bookshop called Book Law, and we...
Yep. And the Canberra mystique is fully worn off now. Now I'm just like, oh yeah, it's like a suburb. What is really funny is that we're at the airport, and then we're in the city, and then it's just paddocks, and that's it. And then I've never been like so close to the airport and to beware of like kangaroo signs crossings.
Yeah,
ever.
That's true.
It's a very small regional town. One thing that
we didn't go to the city though. We drove around the city. Like,
what's the city like?
When
one office building and an EB Games. Wow, look at the city. It's bustling.
When we go to the show tonight, I'll drive you through the main town.
You know what does annoy me about Canberra is the airport's so nice, and that's just to impress foreign politicians to make Australia look like some utopia.
It's bloody awesome, isn't it?
But I think like if I was a Chinese politician coming to Australia, I'd be like, oh, the airport is a rivalry. And then I would get to, well, Parliament House is very nice. And then I'd just be like, Australia is a farmland. It wouldn't look.
Yeah, that's true. But the food is so good here. If you've got money, the food is amazing.
Well, I'll have to take your word for it.
Yeah.
Because we won't be eating well on this trip.
We can possibly go to the bar where my girlfriend works after the show and get some free grub.
Okay, nice. I don't mind that. Because my bank account is $100 negative.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I can shout dinner if you like.
So can I. Dinner! Did you like that, everyone? Because I'm poor?
Canberra's pretty. I love Canberra. I've got a history of Canberra book right behind this, actually.
Yeah, the first 150 pages are just, we'll skip that.
No, actually.
It's very grim.
Actually, yeah. No, you're right. There's a bit of cooperation and then a bit of...
Keelan goes on the front lawn of Parliament House and go, oh, you know, that's the world's oldest embassy. There's an indigenous embassy where this guy just built a hut on Parliament House, and it's the world's oldest embassy. It's not there anymore. Got rid of him.
No, he's moved.
Where's he moved to?
I think he's at Old Parliament House now.
He's at Old Parliament House?
Yeah.
Is there an old Indigenous embassy outside Old Parliament House? So there's new Indigenous embassy outside Old Parliament House.
I don't know. It's a good question.
I do remember coming here on school excursion and we went to Old Parliament House and they explained how the system works. You know, parties go here and here's the lower house and the upper house. And this is where they all vote on things. Mm-hmm. And they go, you know, one party will come up with this idea and they'll all vote together. And then I asked, they go, do you have any questions? And I said, what if you're in a party and you disagree with like what the party's doing? And he goes, oh, well, you can cross the floor and vote no. And I was like, what happens then? They go, oh, they probably kick you out of the party. And then I was like, oh, so it's all bullshit then.
Yeah, they do kick you out.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's good. You could also get kicked.
We're all going to vote yes on this. Excuse me, we're all going to vote yes on this? Those kids deserve it. You know what those kids are going to grow up to be, don't you? That's a lot of those conversations are being had.
I do like the history of Canberra. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this on podcast enough, so I won't go too into it. But I love that Canberra was only chosen because neither Melbourne nor Sydney wanted the other city to be the capital.
That's such a stupid fucking reason. They literally should have just flipped a coin.
And they just picked a valley in between Canberra and Melbourne that was more than 400 kilometers between either of them. And said, let's settle it here.
That's the dumbest reason to make a capital and also the most Australian shit ever is like the reason why Canberra has Parliament House is because Sydney didn't want Melbourne to have something nice and Melbourne didn't want Sydney to have something nice, which is the most Australian tall poppy syndrome shit ever. Of like, oh, if I can't have it, I definitely don't want him to have it. And that's why our country, you can't do anything cool here because trying is gay.
I agree. Trying is gay. I think we should all just get menial jobs and not try too hard and get
That's
drunk.
right. The only thing you should be trying to do in this country is win a multi on sports bet. That's the only thing you're allowed to try really hard to do is overcome the huge losses you've made.
Pretty good advice from Rory Lowe in the last episode. I think he's nailed it on the head where you have to be involved in sports to make friends as an adult.
Yeah, and isn't that unfortunate about this country? Because also, sport is not sport anymore in this country. It's just gambling.
Can I say something about Rory Lowe that I feel quite embarrassed about?
Yes.
A couple years ago, I was doing a mass unfollow because I used to follow like 1,000 accounts.
Yeah.
And I accidentally unfollowed a few friends of ours.
Nice.
Rory Lowe being one of them.
Yeah.
And I was so embarrassed to refollow him that I just never did. And he had a show. I saw him in Melbourne this year. I ran into him. We hung out for a little while and then he had a show in Canberra a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to message him.
Yeah.
But I didn't follow him.
Right.
And I didn't want him to see that I didn't follow him and I was a bit embarrassed about that. And I asked you 3 times, can you send me Rory Lowe's number?
Yeah.
And you didn't.
Oh, really? Would you like it?
Not anymore.
It is too late.
And
right.
And so I knew that he was having a show. I was like, maybe I could buy a ticket.
Does he follow you?
He does.
Follow him.
No, I feel embarrassed because it's so rude that I unfollowed him. Sometimes he responds to my stories and stuff.
He probably hasn't noticed that you unfollowed.
But do you understand my predicament? Like, there's 2 of our like acquaintances that I have accidentally unfollowed.
Who else?
Ruben. I accidentally unfollowed Ruben and felt so terrible about it.
And have you followed him? When was this?
It was just 4 years ago. Because I was just going unfollow.
Now it's you can't. It's rude.
That's the problem. And so he and I will text maybe once or twice a year about whatever.
Yeah.
Usually something related to a show. I can't respond to his stories because I don't follow him. And I don't want him to think that like I don't follow him on purpose. Do you get me? Or am I overthinking this like crazy?
I think you're overthinking it.
But
you know what? Now you're not because it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
You can't, because if he hasn't noticed, if you hit follow, he's going to be like, oh, what the fuck did I know. Did I piss him off?
And I initially, Initially, I didn't know Rory low enough to refollow him. Just go, oh, sorry, didn't accidentally. I knew Ruben well enough to do that, but I just got a bit like, oh, whoops. And now that I know Rory a bit more, I've seen him a few times outside of.
No, following Rory now is perfect sense.
Yeah,
because maybe you never followed him, and now that he's done the podcast, you can be like, oh, all right.
That seems really rude. Like you had to earn my respect.
Well, maybe you're a man of impeccable taste. Hard to impress.
So
maybe it'll make you look cool. Rory will be like,
maybe.
Oh, finally, I've earned a follow.
Maybe. So
I got the keel and follow.
I feel really bad about that. And like it actually, every so often I'll just like go and check in on what both of them are doing.
Wait, so you're following them manually, typing their name into Instagram?
like every so often.
That's really funny.
So I feel awful about that. And it's such a silly thing to be embarrassed about as well. Because a simple message they would have just gone, okay.
And that's still available to you, but you won't.
Yeah. It's been too long.
That is good.
So
maybe just to be safe, you block them both. Just to really hammer it in.
That guy that in the Belle Gibson video, the person, the journalist that we got to go to the different places.
Yes.
I had followed him for years.
Yeah.
And then when we did the whole hoax thing, I didn't want him to follow me anymore, so I unblocked him.
Yeah.
And then one day he refollowed me and then kept messaging me.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Did we say his name in the video?
No,
we didn't. The first journalist that we spoke to the most, he called me after the video came out.
Yeah.
He was laughing. He thought it was so funny.
Yeah. Because I was there as well. Well,
the Woman's Day woman, I had to block her number. She called me like 10 times a day, every single day.
She was messaging me all the time.
Going, take me out of the video, remove me from the video, blah, blah, like full harassing. And I just ignored her. Because, I don't want to fucking like really fuck with people. It's like, yeah, you got pranked. Like it's a silly thing. Relax. But she called me so many times. I had to block her number. And she emailed me like 15 times, messaging me on Instagram. And I just thought it was so funny because it's like, you work for Women's Day. Like your whole thing is like unfounded, embarrassing gossip about people that you don't know and releasing incredibly private information. But because you were in a prank call, now it's like, oh my, take this down. I wonder if anyone who you did a story on messaged you going, please take this off the stands. Would you do that? You definitely not.
That's
people
right.
love to give it. They hate to take it. That would be like me getting like angry at Misfit Minds for getting me. Yeah. When they got me, I was like, oh, fuck. But I wasn't angry. I thought it was funny.
That is good. I feel like it would be very hard to take it on the chin, but you have to.
Yeah.
The journalist guy, we won't say his real name. I'm sure you could all work it out, but he was on Big Brother, and that's why I followed him.
And that's how we were able to get him so much, because while I was on the phone to him, Keelan was listening on Discord, getting me to ask questions about Big Brother. Yeah. And I was just, dude, I was such a big fan of you. I loved when you did this. And then you go, really? And I was like, yeah. And I also loved when you said this to that person. And he'd be like, oh, man.
But I work with a guy who came second place on Big Brother.
Yeah.
Produce his podcast.
They're doing it again, Big Brother.
Yeah. And then we know Kieran Davidson, who was on Big Brother.
Yeah.
We know it.
My favorite Big Brother guest.
Favorite podcast episode ever with Kieran Davidson. There's a few.
That was just an hour of me telling him that I didn't watch the season and I knew nothing about him and I thought it was funny to have him on the show at all. It was quite rude of me.
Quite rude. But I won't say it about Kieran, but that's all right. Good guy. No, he is. Yeah, he follows me.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't follow him anymore.
He does not follow me. I don't think he was very amused by me at all.
So
can he drive yet? Wasn't that his whole thing?
He's still reposting the old videos of him not being able to drive.
I can drive.
Winner. Okay.
Fuck. Sorry. You know who else can drive? This is a scoop. This is unbelievable. So as you know, episode 400, I had Phil Dogs, who I have been watching for a very, very long time. He's a very special friend of mine, and I've been watching for a very long time. But I just in hindsight realized that he would have come out of nowhere for all of you guys. Like, just, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he doing the national anthem? He's like an OG. He's been doing YouTube longer than I have. Unfortunately, he did have his YouTube channel deleted because he did review graphic Japanese pornography on his YouTube channel, and it was deleted.
And he is a YouTuber's YouTuber.
Yes.
Every massive YouTuber I've ever met through you is a big Phil Dogs fan.
Oh, yeah. How to Basic, Max Mofo, they're always in his comment section.
We sat at How to Basic's house and watched Phil Dogs on live stream. Commenting from How to Basic's channel.
Absolutely. Like he's like every big Australian YouTuber, Phil Dogs is the GOAT. He's a very special man. And as we talked about, he failed his driver's license test through 3 times in a row, right? And I can't believe this. And I'm not even sure this should be allowed. But Phil Dogs just passed his test. Let's go, Phil!
Good on you, Phil.
You know what I realized as well that's really funny about that? He's a year younger than me, so he got his license before I did.
Oh.
Which is very embarrassing for me.
Phil is such a lovely guy.
He is such a lovely guy. Get off the road.
I know we spoke about this last time I did a podcast with you, but before episode 400, we got to get back to this Big Brother thing. Mm-hmm. But before episode 400, I was setting up the roadcast with all the sound effects, and I kept playing the fart sounds, and he thought that was the funniest thing ever. But he was also so embarrassed by it.
He was crying. He was like screaming, laughing.
Mitch
and everyone else in the venue was like looking at this guy who came in with me, part of my entourage, who was like bent over double, laughing at this fart noise that no one else found very funny. And everyone's going, "Why does he think this is so funny?" And then he would say something. They'd be like, good on you, buddy. And then, pretty funny, isn't it?
Mitch and I are standing by the sound desk, and I'm like, "Oh, Phil, come over and whatever, like hit the button." And he taps it, and he speed walks away like he's embarrassed of having done it, but laughing.
What a king! I love Phil Dogs so much. He's a legend.
Okay, back to this Big Brother thing. On the phone call, when he told us that he had seen the video, he told us that he had done a background check on me with someone who was once on Big Brother.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
And they had told him not to trust me and that I'm full of shit.
A notorious liar.
Notorious liar, shit talker.
Yeah, a notorious liar.
So I messaged my friend Louis, who came second on Big Brother last year, and he was like, "No, I haven't spoken to anyone about you."
Yeah.
And then I messaged Kieran, and I was like, "What did you say?" He was like, "Nothing. Didn't say anything."
Who's the notorious liar now?
But one thing I love about...
When did you lie to Kieran? You never lied to him.
I've never lied to Kieran Pye.
You were probably like, yeah, Lewis loves Big Brother. He's a big fan of you.
I was maybe antagonizing him online. Kieran works with this social media company that does giveaways.
Yeah.
And it is so... I don't even know what it's called because I had to unfollow it because it was crazy. It's like... Hey guys, I'm in the Adelaide Hills. If you can find me in the next 3 minutes, you get $100.
Oh, yeah.
We're giving away a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Doesn't make any sense how anyone's employed. This doesn't seem to be a business model. So I just kept commenting, how does this business make money or something to that effect? And they kept deleting my comments. But I thought it was funny because Kieran Davidson's a part of it.
Yeah.
And then one day, Kieran sent me this massive paragraph to go, "Hey, man, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah." Also, sends me a paragraph of how the business works.
So he was the one deleting your comments.
So
yeah,
maybe it was Kieran, or maybe I pissed him off with that.
That's so funny. You know, I got approached to do one of those, you see those like raffles where they're like giving away a car.
Yeah.
And you buy a raffle ticket, and often like other influencers will be like, "I've partnered with Aussie Lotto or whatever the fuck, Dreamboat something, and we're giving away this boat or this." Boat. It's always like some souped up Hilux, right?
Yeah.
I got approached to promote it. And they sent me this big email of how it works. Because I always wondered like how much people are getting paid to hawk those raffles to the audience. Because I don't like the gambling thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, raffles kind of gambling. I just don't want to do it. I don't think it's good. Anyway, the deal was I get 30% of the money of every ticket I sell.
Wow.
So that's why all these influencers do that.
30%?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
and
nuts.
they make at like, what they'll do is they'll spend like $80,000 to $100,000 on a Hilux, soup it up, target it at like influencers that have like tradie audiences. And then these raffles go on and they'll get like 30 different influencers with like audiences of 100,000 to like 500,000, and they'll hawk this raffle. And sometimes it's the same car, but it's 6 different raffle businesses, and they've all got the same car, and they've all got, you know, each business might have 5 different influencers. So there's like 50 plus influencers selling raffle tickets to this. So it's just like unbelievably unlikely. The influencers are making heaps of money themselves. The people who bought the car are making way more, and they'll turn that $100,000 car into like $1 million for the raffle, and they give one car away, and then the influencer gets to make a video with their fan. Yeah, Damo just won this fucking Hilux, and it looks really cool. But it's just like
you should do that.
Nah.
Unethical?
I don't want to do gambling.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
I just don't. I think it's raffle is definitely the least harmful version of gambling, I think. But it's the same. It's all the same shit. It's you know, losing the house and the pokies is all downstream from like, oh, I'll enter the Hilux raffle. I don't want to make money out of it. What I want to make money out of is mobile apps with microtransactions. I'll do them. I don't give a fuck about that. If you're the type of person to spend $1,000 on a mobile app, a video game, you deserve it. Gambling, not really. Here's the thing. There's not necessarily anything wrong with like having a punt. I think there's heaps wrong with making money from punting. Because you're not making money from like the guy that does a bet once a month on his favorite team. You're making money from the guy who loses everything and comes home and hits the kids because he's so stressed about the mortgage.
True. That's like the argument with the enhanced games is that it's what about the children? Well, this is just what I've heard this guy's
children?
Like,
are they roiding up kids?
No, but it's setting a bad example.
Yeah,
and then. Like his argument, this Aaron D'Souza guy, the guy who's in charge of the enhanced games, is just like, how is this a bad example for children when the AFL's main sponsors are sports betting apps and
100%.
Alcohol?
Yeah, yeah. If you're worried about kids, like that's where you start. That's why it's such a shame to see the sports betting thing get like almost fully legalized in America.
Yeah,
because right now, it's a lot of fun, and a lot of podcasters are making a lot of money out of like DraftKings ads and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like, you see what it's done to Australian men, and like, fuck, it's so bad, and may even be even worse in like a generation of Americans.
Yeah.
Because once you like open that floodgate of legalizing gambling and targeted ads and mobile sports betting at young kids, when they become 18, it's like you don't know what you've unleashed on sports and on men. But fuck, they pay so much money. I get offered literally once a week. I get offered deals from crypto gambling casinos and sports betting apps and websites. Lots of crypto gambling. Like an Instagram story, I could do a few Instagram stories for like $2,000 a story. And I need that money. Every time I get them, I'm trying real hard to say no. But that money comes from you, you know? That's why I sell T-shirts instead. Loosebeers.com. New merch, actually.
Yeah, we're both wearing plain white tees.
Yeah, what do you come dressed as me? You knew I was going to wear this today.
I put this on before you.
I'm very upset. I only brought this T-shirt and I got a tiny little coffee spill on it. I'm going to perform in this.
Oh, what?
So you are copying
Why do you
me.
not have any other shirts? Idiot. You can wear my
What am I, a foreign exchange student?
You can wear my
It's cold, you fucking idiot.
Serial pest shirt if
Just
you like.
piff and tissue boxes.
Oh, it's good.
No, the new merch drop is fire, dude, and you should get a t-shirt. We didn't explain it in the sketch, but we've got like actually a great value bundle. We tried so hard to make the bundle $69. We tried so hard to figure out how to make that profitable for us. And my advice, or the advice I was given was like, probably should be $79. But I was like, okay, sure, but $69 is much funnier, even though it's much more fiscally responsible to make it $79. And then Keelan said, why don't you make it $69.69? And I called my accountant and said, fuck you. And that's the price now.
Nice. Good work, everybody.
So loosebees.com, grab the bundle, or even better, buy every item individually for much more money.
And you should, because the edit of that was a fucking cunt.
How good was that sketch? You know what was really funny about that ice cream sketch is the whole sketch I wrote, right, without doing any research on the ice cream business. I just thought how funny it would be if some idiot thought they were getting, like, pulling one over an ice cream van owner by renting it just during winter, and then he couldn't sell any ice cream because it was cold. Anyway, ice cream van owner gets there. He owns 4 vans, and during winter, he rents them out to people who don't make any money because he only operates in summer, and he's making heaps of money renting it to people like us who think they're going to make money. So I accidentally wrote a whole sketch about what actually happens in the ice cream van business.
So good. The also, I noticed at the end of the sketch, you added a title screen that says every order comes with a blooper reel or something like that.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder who is going to edit the blooper reel.
Well, it depends how many t-shirts we sell. If we sell a lot of t-shirts and I've got some money, you'll edit it and you'll be paid handsomely. If we don't sell enough t-shirts, I'll be going, fuck, when am I going to do this? And I'll have to do it.
Yeah, because what happened is that the microphones didn't sync with the camera. So I had to manually sync every individual clip with so many different audio sources.
It sounds really difficult to edit the blooper reel.
No, because you know what I did? I'm a fucking goat.
Yeah.
Bah.
Goated.
I
Killing the throat goat. You heard it here first.
I saved a project file with everything synced so that we could go back to it if we needed to.
Nice. Excellent.
He's the goat, the throat goat. What do you think of this? Does Waluigi say the N-word? No, just joking. What do you think of my bookshelf?
I've got no thoughts on this. Oh, you know what happened to me when I was in Frank's? What was this? I think this was last night.
Okay, and then we'll come back to my bookshelf.
I went to the Star Wars Lego exhibit with my son, which was so cool.
Where was it?
At Melbourne Museum.
Oh, cool.
And I thought that was really funny because I'm pretty sure at Melbourne Museum I could go and see a dinosaur if I wanted to, but the only thing that could get me in the Melbourne Museum was like toys. So we go to the Lego exhibit.
Do you remember at Melbourne Museum you used to have the giant wall of puberty, and it'd be boys and girls at different stages of puberty from 0 to 80, naked photos, like 10
of real humans?
10, 13, 15, 18.
Of actual child penis.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
No.
Mitch,
maybe I do remember that.
Mitch, do you remember that?
What, just like in the front hallway?
No, it was on this big wall. I remember seeing it when I was a kid. Mitch, do you remember that? Yeah.
Really? I'm trying to think if
They've taken it down now. Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I feel like I have a very vague recollection of that.
But
maybe.
It wasn't done in a way that you're looking at anyone like
no stiffies.
No stiffies, and it's not attractive. It's just like the body. Well, there was not many children, lots of adults, so that's what I mean.
Yeah. Macron's husband commissioned that one.
Yeah, I just thought of that.
That's so funny. I feel like maybe I have.
Because I remember going in primary school, seeing it, and being like, "Whoa!" and then going in high school and seeing it again.
Well, they didn't have that, and they didn't have a Lego version of it either. Anyway, I'll probably talk about the Lego exhibition another day because that's like another 20 minutes. But anyway, I get back to Frankston and it's like maybe 7 p.m. So it's getting dark and it's a Friday night. And so I'm having a little wander because I like just before it gets bad in Frankston. It's exciting. So I'm having a little wander around and then I'm waiting for my Uber on the main strip outside the cinema. And there's always like teens around. And I'm going to cross the road to get my Uber. And I walk towards the pedestrian crossing and then like this group of like 5 girls come up to me. I'm bad with girls' ages. They could have been 15 to 18, right? But definitely underage. One of this girl comes up to me and she goes, "Excuse me, I'm going to use a pickup line on a boy later. Can you tell me what you think of this?" And I was like, "Huh?" And she goes, "Do you know Tennessee?" I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Because you're the only 10 I see." And I was like, "Ah." And she goes, "What do you think of that?" And I went, "You're very young. I don't have any comment on that pickup line." And then I looked behind her and her friend's filming and I thought, "Oh, I nailed that." And then she goes, "No, but like, do you think it'd be a good pickup line to use?" And I went, I got no comment and I walked away.
No comment. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, man, I crushed that.
Good work.
Yeah.
Nicely handled.
Yeah. Because imagine if I was a Minecraft YouTuber. But I thought what I really should have done is I should have gone, "Hey, don't walk up to strange men at night and hit them with pickup lines."
Yeah, that's
young lady. It was so good. My Uber was pulling up and I was like, I got no comment on that. And I got in my getaway vehicle and I thought, fucking hell.
That's great.
Whose kid was that?
I think, and I always say this to people, if you ever see someone, because you see it everywhere now, you ever see someone with a microphone camera in public, avoid them at all costs.
Yeah, I walked away real quick.
It is never a good position to be in.
No. And I've done several of those videos.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one that looks good in them.
Like I always send them to you. There's like compilations of like,
what do you do for a job?
What do you do for work? I fucking hate that guy, Fonzie.
What do you do for work? What do you do for work?
Oh, I don't understand.
How much money do you make?
This is more of a Patreon chat, but
is it good? Do you have any advice for you?
Okay. Anyway, the best ones are like getting guys somehow to be on the ground and say, "Come in my ass."
Oh, I love them. They're so good.
Come in me. It's like say me, say in, say come. Now say it backwards, and they're like always in a vulnerable position.
That guy that does it is like, and he plays the end first, and then he goes back to the start, and it's a completely different person that he's being. It's so funny. Where he goes, "All right, so today we're going to do a brain teaser. Are you ready for a brain teaser? What's your name?" And they're like, "Oh, my name's Tim." Like they think it's going to be one of those videos where it's like, "Congratulations, you passed. Here's $100, or you're going to go viral." Then by the end of the video, he's got them on their hands and knees going, "Come in my ass," and then he goes, "Yo!" Just laughs at them, and they get angry and chase him around, and he just points at them. It's maybe the meanest TikTok videos I've seen that isn't just physical violence.
Oh man, I love that shit
so
much.
Funny.
It's so good.
My Instagram feed is just if anyone else scrolled through it, they'd be like, "Lewis is a bad person." I love
sometimes I just don't watch what you send me because what I send you is usually like something we'd both laugh at.
Yeah.
What you send me is just mean every time.
Come on. But okay. Well, let's look at what was the last thing I sent you?
You sent me 5 videos of a disabled guy and I didn't respond and you just said, "What do you think?"
No, I don't think he's disabled, is he? He was this really fat guy who smokes cigars and walks up and down his porch and it's like security camera footage. Look, okay, this isn't funny. There's this really fat guy smoking a cigar from like a low angle.
Is this it?
He's showing off his gut and smoking a cigar. I think it might be fetish content. Yeah, he's got suspenders on that rub into him. The caption is, 2016, I weighed so much more. Seems like a lifetime ago. And then talking about his favorite cigar. And yeah, it's just like this super fat guy. The account's called Fedora Cigar 72. This has like a guy showing off his guts. He looks like 50. He only has a couple thousand followers. It's got to be fetish content. But I think it's so funny to send stuff like this to you. All right, we're going to stop watching these because.
Do you have any emails?
Let me check, and then we got to get out of here. Hey, for this, we got this show in Canberra.
Then I want you to give my bookshelf a review.
Okay.
Bookshelf,
but
only my side, not Phoebe's side.
Oh yeah, because you hid all of the porno books.
I did, yeah.
All right. Do I have any emails here? I'm running low on email. Send an email to podcast@lousespears.com. No, the last email that I did was the last email we received about the girlfriend losing interest, which I noticed on the Clips channel, you have started assassinating my character. Keelan runs the Clips channel on YouTube, and you should check it out because he's doing a lot of damage to my reputation. Because it does look like it's a channel that I run.
Wait, how is it an assassination of your character?
Hang on, well, let me just pull up some of the recent titles and thumbnails that you've done here.
It's Louis Spears podcast channel.
That's clips. Right. If you search Spearhead Sundays clips, it doesn't come out, which is maybe a bad idea.
Yeah, I can't find it sometimes. You want me to pull it up?
Louis Spears.
Let me pull it up.
Clips.
Jamie,
pull that up.
Jamie, pull it up.
I've got it here. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the recent clips on Louis Spears podcast clips that Keelan has been putting up. So they start off pretty normal. Like Louis Spears, Why I Am Sober.
Yeah.
Louis Spears, The Eric Adams Collapse and Rise of Zoran Mamdani. Nice ChatGPT title for that one, man.
Thank you.
And then we've got these are the most recent two. We've got Louis Spears, listener hates grieving girlfriend and wants to cheat on her. And then the thumbnail is me grimacing and it says cheat on her. Like that's my serious advice. It's just a face of me going, hey, cheat on your girlfriend. Like, that's my advice. The next clip, Louis Spears, yuck, who hires a 3? And then the thumbnail is me, again, with a disgusted expression. And the text says, ugly staff. Like, that's what you were saying. And you made it look like that's what I'm saying.
And then what about this one? Louis Spears, free my girl.
Mm-hmm. and then the only comment on the one about ugly staff is this just a 15-minute unedited video from a bad angle? Keelan's doing a great job over on the Clips channel.
I love it. I love coming up with silly titles like that. I don't do it too often because but like listener hates grieving girlfriend and wants to cheat on her is a perfect title.
It is pretty good.
We like to have fun here.
We do. And with that, we're going to close. We're bringing the podcast to a close.
Do the bookshelf review.
Oh, sorry. So having a look at Keelan's bookshelf, what have we got here? We've got Dan Brown. What's that say? Angels and Demons.
Oh, that's a sequel to the first one, Da Vinci Code, but the priest, what's his name? The Catholic guy died, and this is a lot about the Vatican, so I chose not to read it.
Because you were too upset about the passing of the
No,
Pope?
because it's all, like I started reading Angels and Demons, but it's based in the Vatican. Then all I was seeing was stuff about the Pope.
You were just overwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
You've got Humans of New York. That's a good book.
I bought that in New York.
That's very cool.
10 years ago.
Nice. We've got 6 volumes of Seinfeld on VHS. That's pretty good for the bookshelf.
Harry and the Hendersons VHS. That is a rare find.
That is a rare find.
That's awesome.
Benjamin Netanyahu's autobiography. It's an interesting pick.
I got that in Israel.
On your birthright trip.
Yeah.
we've
The
got
tyranny of distance, fucking awesome find.
yeah.
Not everyone has that.
Mein Kampf, another interesting pick, right next to Ben's autobiography.
Signed copy.
That's a good one.
Passed down.
What else? What else is there?
L. Ron Hubbard, Writers of the Future.
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh, actually, that's what I wanted to show you.
Mm.
Stick with me.
I'm sticking.
Cut this.
Christopher Pine, The Insider, his autobiography. Is that the guy that did all the fucked up shit in the prayer room?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Christopher Pine, Come Inside Me is the sequel to that one.
I don't get that. What's that in reference to?
Because he was getting young staffers, young boy staffers, allegedly.
But he wasn't publicly out, was he? He's not gay publicly.
Well, he's not straight either. And he was hiring male prostitutes and they were having sex allegedly in the prayer room. Allegedly is what the story goes.
Dude, that's allegedly fucking awesome. Getting male prostitutes to the prayer room in Parliament House. L. Ron Hubbard, Dianetics, the modern science of mental health.
This is probably the best one of my collection. We went to a bookstore and I almost bought my third.
This looks new.
L. Ron Hubbard. I got that at the bookshop we went to today. Book Law.
Nice.
Spent $20 on it.
That's awesome. Dianetics is a forerunner and sub-study of Scientology, which, as practiced by the church, addresses only the thetan spirit, which is senior to the body, and its relationship and effects on the body. Nice.
If you just go to the back, this
book is presented as written and is part of L. Ron Hubbard's religious literature and works, and is not a statement of claims made by the author, publisher, or any church of Scientology. It is a record of Mr. Hubbard's observations and research into life and the nature of man. That's a pretty great prelude to say, hey, he's talking shit. This book written by the author, he doesn't mean any of it. Also, join our religion.
Even at Niage. So there's the Bible part of it, like his take on modern psychology. And then right at the back,
what's this?
There's a glossary. Are you listening?
Yes.
There's a glossary where he's recontextualized words for the book.
Awesome. So he's just changed the meaning of words.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a great little collection. I'm starting.
What is this? Contraceptive chain. Fight chain. First incident embryo, 38 succeeding incidents, 3 falls, loud voices, no beating. Attempted abortion, surgical. What the fuck is this?
Huh?
Types of change. Chains. That is, this is full schizo, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it's all about his take on psychology. So it's pretty awesome if someone was to sit there and read it.
Yeah, I bet it'd be really interesting if you were a psychologist to be.
I have a friend who knows all about this shit, and I was with him when I bought this book, and he was just like turning to like page 75, and he's like, "Read this sentence," and he turned to another page, he's like, "Read this sentence."
That's people know the Bible like that.
Yeah,
yeah. Wow.
This friend is not.
Did he believe in it, or he just thought it was funny?
He just thinks it's insane.
Yeah,
one of those guys who just researches this shit.
It is pretty. None of these paragraphs. I'm trying to pick like an interesting sentence or paragraph, but all of it's nonsensical.
Let me find you a couple words in the glossary for you.
Yeah. Show me some good words. Oh, there's pictures. Nice. Yeah, there was when we were in Adelaide in the City of Churches, there was a Scientology place that after my show was open and bustling. Like, didn't we walk, Muhammad, we walked past it at like 11 p.m. and it was just like packed and they had a full like event space or something. We almost went in. The Scientology church or building or whatever it was. Yeah. Wasn't it weird? Yeah, there was all these secret entrances and stuff like that, and we thought it was closed, but then we looked closer and it looked like it was actually packed and bustling, music playing. Yeah, that's going to be rough, like being a Scientologist in Australia. Because, I mean, I imagine the cool part of Scientology is you join a powerful group, but surely not in Australia. Here's a good word. Penis envy. The supposed hidden, unexpressed longing by a female for a penis, leading to feelings of inferiority. That's actually a real psychological term that's maybe been debunked, but isn't that Freudian? The penis envy thing, I think, is Freudian.
Anyway. Good stuff. We've been going for an hour and 15.
Oh, have we? All right. Well, we got to go to the show. Thank you very much for listening.
We have to do a few Patreon podcasts while you're here as well, so we'll do that tomorrow.
Yep. All right. Those will be up soon. Bye. Have a shit one.